Hi guys, welcome back. Yes, I'm in the same shirt, guys. I am bulk filming while my boyfriend is away on a work trip. So same shirt. Yep, okay. So thank you for coming. Um, Today I'm gonna be doing my wrap up for March and April. No, April and May. Sorry, guys. April and May, I'm gonna be doing my wrap up. These are the lovely books I'm going to be talking about, which is A Court of Mist and Fury, The Age of Light, Golden Sun, The Final Stripe, and The Art of Prophecy. I would say, a lot of heavy hitters, just a lot of kind of dark material, especially with the Golden Sun and The Final Strife, with them being kind of a dystopian read. But yeah, I had a really good reading month. Hopefully I'm gonna be continuing. I would love this deck to get bigger. Like, I can't believe this is all I read in like 2 months, but I was moving, and work's just been kind of a little stressful, so this is as far as I've gotten. All right. All right. So I started out, and yes, I'm gonna be coming over to my Goodreads just to get kind of when I finish these books. So I finished this on May 8th. So maybe there's not a lot in April, or maybe I just finished that one manga that we're not going to talk about because it's not YouTube appropriate. All right. So Court of Mr. Fury. This is the second book to A Court of Thorns and Roses. I'm trying, guys. Which is Sarah J. Maas's pretty much retelling of Beauty and the Beast. I am growing more and more to like these characters the more the series goes on. I did not like Farah, which is the main character in the first one. I did not like her as much in the first one as I did in here. I'm not gonna spoil what happens in Court of Thorns and Roses. I just say this was a 5-star read for me, but it was basically enjoyment. I just enjoy Sarah J. Maas's just accessibility and just visual. I can binge these books like no problem. Like, they're just like kind of popcorn reads. I don't take them too seriously. They're just here to be enjoyed, and I really did enjoy it. Once I get to one of my other books, I'll explain why I kind of jumped to this one, because I was like, I need a lighter read versus what I was reading. So A Court of Mist and Fury, 5 stars, and starting off May really well. And then I will link this video in this video. But I did do a full-on review of The Age of Light by Whitney Scarer. I would say about 3.54 stars. It's just not what I was expecting. I was expecting a war correspondent X model, was what I was expecting from this story, and I got a romance that I was not really jiving with, is the summary of kind of how I feel about this book. But yeah, if you are into art, Paris, Lee Miller or Man Ray might be the book for you, just not the book for me. Oh, one of my prizes and joys. Okay. This is Golden Sun by Pierce Brown. This is the second book to Red Rising. Again, I'm not going to spoil too much, but what the first book is about is, it's about a man named Darrow. He is a red in a caste system, and the golds are on top. Something happens in the first book and leads Darrow to realize that he's been lied to, and he joins a rebellion group that is going to take over the Golds. And this is about him like interacting with the Golds. I don't know, like, I would be so interested in Darrow's therapy session, to be honest with you, because I feel like Pierce Brown just, what's the next worst thing I can do to this man? But this is Red Rising is my introduction into, I would love to say sci-fi dystopian. I don't know if that's a genre within sci-fi, but I feel like it should be. Into sci-fi. Growing up, obviously, I watched Star Wars, Star Trek, all those. They didn't really interest me, because the character building to me wasn't there, or it was too complicated, or something like that. This is very easy to get. Well, the first one is a struggle. This one really gripped me. It's just really, really dark. There's a lot of trigger warnings when you're talking about Red Rising. So I would check them out. I'm not bothered by too much in literature. Like, I was in 11th grade when I started watching Game of Thrones. So there's not much that bothers me, but definitely if there's like a trigger warning list for this series, I would check it out. But it's so good. Yeah, it's definitely a 5-star. Can't wait to read the third one. I'm hoping maybe this month or next month I might get into it. I'm in the middle of a library book right now, and Elantris. I'm trying to get through the first Brandon Sanderson book that he ever wrote, and I'm having a time. So, Golden Son. And then I read The Final Strife by Sarah L. Rifi. I had mixed emotions about this book. It's not, I wouldn't say this would be a deterrent of me reading the second one, because I did really enjoy the story. If you put a caste system in anything that's like why I read like the Red Rising series, I will eat it up. I unfortunately missed out on the teen dystopian. I've seen all the movies, but I haven't read like the Hunger Games books. I read the first Divergent, but I kind of missed that era of teenage books, and I kind of wish I didn't, because I would probably ate them up. But The Final Strife is about a woman. Well, it's about two women getting switched at birth with different colors of blood. Red, so the one that was supposed to have the blue blood, which is poor, is red. Their blood is red, which is for elite. And the one that was supposed to have the blue blood is for, was supposed to be red blood. But what happened was there was this group that was trying to overthrow the Red Bloods, so they switched a whole bunch of children to teach them what it's like to be on the other side of the situation. So they're like, okay, we'll take over. There is a lot of drug abuse in this book. The main character definitely does drugs. There is nothing hidden when it comes to the drug abuse in this book. So if that's something that bugs you, I would probably stay away from this book. There's also kind of a fat phobia thing in here as well that you can't really tell if it's like the author saying it, or, the character saying it. What I've heard about the second book is that kind of disappears. I'm not thinking the drug abuse disappears because it's through this whole book. It kind of bugged me a little bit. It's kind of overspoken about, but at the same time, it's what it is. But I liked it for what it was. The main character is a little bit of a brat, and not in a good way. She was kind of draining in times. They were both kind of brats, to be honest. But it's a really good story overall. It's just some of the characters and some of the things that kind of go through this novel are not the greatest, but I will probably pick up the second book eventually. And then my last book is going to be The Art of Prophecy by Wesley Chu. This is an anime and a book. This is about, sorry guys, Jin, which he is prophesied to be the chosen one, and Quizmami, she is his trainer, pretty much, his mentor. And I think this is actually her on the cover. She's a badass. She lost her arms. I can't remember how. But yeah, this is an anime and a book. Like, the action scenes are so well written, so well done. This is, and it's also a ninja samurai story as well. But how it goes is Jin's told, like, through his whole life that he's, like, the superior warrior. He is the chosen one. And Quizmani is watching him fight one day, and she's finding out they're kind of being easy on him. Like, he's not finding out his full potential. She sees the potential, but he's not finding out his full potential. And then you find out, like, the prophecy has been fulfilled as far as we know. So Jin has to escape into, like, a convent type of thing and be kind of a servant / student in this convent school. And Quizmani's, like, kind of trying to figure out, like, is the prophecy actually fulfilled? And also trying to protect Jin, because everybody's after him because, okay, the prophecy's fulfilled, you can die now because you're too dangerous. I love the character dynamics in this. I love that Quizmani is not easy on Jin at all. And he does not deserve it through most of this book. Like, he is, like, entitled brat. And that's how you're supposed to feel. Like, the author does a really good job making you, oh yeah, this kid has been told, like, his whole life that, you know, he's the best. He's, you know, he's good stuff. And then you come to find out, like, no, he's not. Like, he's not really fulfilling the prophecy. He still has a lot of training. There's an art of, I like to say Art of War, I think, is the magic system. He hasn't even learned that yet. But I love that his mentor is a woman, and it's an older woman, and it kind of flips the whole, you know, oh, it has to be a man and it has to be this mighty wizard, or, you know, but no, this is an older woman that's been through a lot. Her story broke my heart, in a lot of ways, just because of everything that she's gone through. But I would highly, highly suggest this book. And then kind of what to look forward for next month. So a couple of books I'm kind of, like, in the middle of working on right now is Elantris by Brandon Sanderson. As of right now, I'm filming, I'm just doing where the next chapter, I'm on, like, page 248. It's a first book from an author. There is a lot of things there's a lot of flaws that I can tell between this. I'm almost done with the Mistborn series, and that he's approved upon from this to Mistborn. He definitely learned a lot between this and, like, his first trilogy. Like, I'm really excited to finish this. I had to look up what this is about because it's so just all over the place. I thought it was about limbo, and I guess it's not. It's a world where people are given godly powers, and they lose their godly powers and they become zombies. That's the easiest explanation I can give to you guys. So you're welcome for that. But I love the world. Not To me, the characters don't stick out too much as far as where I'm reading right now. Hopefully I'll change my opinions once I finish the whole book. I kind of do want to give like kind of a full Elantris, kind of how I felt at the end. But that's something to look forward to because I am pretty close to being done. And then I'm reading the Weaver and the Witch Queen by Genevieve Grenache. I think that's how you pronounce it. Sorry, guys. Hopefully I didn't butcher that too bad. I read her, you guys might recognize this book, The Witch's Heart. This, so far, and it might just be because of the topic, so far I'm not liking this book as much as this book. But The Witch's Heart, and I really do kind of want to do a video just kind of talking about both of these. The Witch's Heart is about Loki's wife. This is so far, and I'm only on around page 73 on this book. This is about 3 women. 2 of them are sisters. One's kind of comes from like a different family background. They're all 3 pretty much sisters, but biologically 2 out of the 3 are. So they're having a good time. All 3 of them get their prophecy written. The 2 sisters kind of get banished because of what the prophecy said at this party. It is typical Norse mythology, seeing like with women came up so far. But it's a lot more action-packed than The Witch's Heart, but it's not as much of a character study as far as where I'm at right now. And I love Norse mythology. I thought this was going to take more place in, like, medieval England before it's actually England. So even before that time. And it might take place, I mean, I'm only on page 72, so I have no idea. But as of right now, we're still in Norway, Sweden, that area. And there is talks of in 72 pages, there's been talks of slavery. There's been abuse. I mean, it's Vikings plundering and, what Vikings do on their free time. And so far, we've kind of, I expect that we're going to kind of know what the prophecy holds, if it's actually going to come true, if they were over-exaggerating. I got this book from the library just because I saw it. I was just cruising my library and just looking and seeing what, I could pick up. And I saw this book, and I've been really interested because I really like the author's first book. But yeah, we'll see. I'll keep you updated. Hopefully I can get another video, kind of like my V. Schwab one, where I talk about this author. So far as I know, this is her 2nd book, and I don't think she's written a 3rd. But if you're into, like, retellings, this author to me has been the one with the best retellings. At least in the Norse mythology, we haven't, to me, like, Greek mythology has still overrun us. There's so much Greek retellings. There's still not a lot of the Norse mythology. I wish we would get a little bit more, especially from the woman's side of it. I would love to explore like the gods and goddesses of Norse mythology. I think that would be a lot of fun because I don't think we know so much. But yeah, that's my second book. I might finish these 2 books within the end, but I'm gonna right now say, if I do, because I'm bulk filming because my boyfriend's out of town, at least I have them in there. But yeah, I'm hoping to read a little bit more within the next coming months. I'm definitely hoping to finish some series the last bit of this year. So within the next coming months, I might have A Court of Winds and Ruin. And then I want to maybe get through Fires of Heaven. I think it would be very ambitious to get through Lords of Chaos by Robert Jordan, which is the 5th and 6th books of the Wheel of Time. And I would love to get through The Hero of Ages, which is the 3rd book of the Mistborn series. And, oh, guys, I lost it. Oh, Morning Star by Pierce Brown to finish off the Red Rising. But I'm also thinking about maybe doing, and I do want to finish the Atlas 6 series too, which I think is the Atlas Complex sometime this year. So I have a couple of series that I'm kind of wanting to finish. But I would also like to maybe get into Brandon Sanderson's Secrets Projects. I still haven't read those. And I think it's been a year since he's done that. So that might be my next Brandon Sanderson, just to be like a little bit more easy on myself. Because I look at The Way of Kings and it scares me to death. Especially knowing how much Brandon Sanderson can tear out my heart, put it back in. I cried at the end of Mistborn, by the way, guys. So that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. There's also a chance of, a Luma Crate or a Book of the Month videos coming here real soon. Just kind of analyzing like what these book boxes have to offer when it comes to book selection. I think it's been almost a year I quit the full Luma Crate box. I am no longer getting the trinkets and all that stuff. It was just getting too much money to me. To me, $20, I think I spend like $30 on, just the book alone. And that's justifiable to me because that's pretty much what you pay for a hardcover book in America. But I just want to figure out like if it's worth it or not. I also want to get through some of these Book of the Month because they've been kind of a mixed bag. Try to figure out like what I want to do within the next year when it comes to like my book buying. Because I love collecting these books, but maybe I'll do a bookshelf tour of my shelves and you can see that I'm almost totally maxed out on my space. So definitely the goal for the rest of the year is to read and not buy as much. Maybe get from the library. But yeah, and then I got recently little haul for you guys. I got The Book That Wouldn't Burn. What's the other book I got? Oh, okay. I don't know. Oh, sorry guys. Okay. And then I got The Serpent and the Wings of Night. These are 2 books I got like buy one get one free off of Barnes and Nobles. But these might be 2 that I might, randomly pick up. I know there's 2 more series that I get to add to my long list of series. Authors, please write single books or duologies or something small. So I feel like I've accomplished something in life. But anyway, I will leave you here. I don't know what my next video is going to be. But I'm hoping something I'm hoping either my full Elantris kind of just review on how I feel about the book. I'm probably not going to give you spoilers because I'm struggling through the book, but just kind of how I felt by the end, and then of that author review with the author Genevieve Gournache. Probably expect that video probably real soon here with those with me needing to return that book. But otherwise, if you like this video and you're starting to like my content, I am trying to upload more. So if you're like one of my older viewers that were like back in 2019, I am trying to be fully back. If you like my content, like and subscribe. Leave a comment too. I don't know if how far people are watching, but yeah, leave a comment. Just let me know if you've read any of these books. If you would suggest anything similar to the books I read for this wrap up. And then yeah, there's not really much more to say, so goodbye.